You've been watching a live Channels television event.
During the same period. Consequently, the committee observed that the average Naira exchange rate remained stable at the interbank segment of the foreign exchange market during the review period. The overall outlook and risks. Available data and various forecasts of key economic variables, as well as assessments of government initiatives, including the recently released Federal Government Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, all point to prospects of recovery in 2017. The committee expects that the timely implementation of this plan and timely and judicious execution of the approved 2017 budget and sustenance of the new foreign exchange implementation regime, supported by the restoration of security in different parts of the country, especially in the Niger Delta region, would help accelerate growth and restore confidence in the economy. The MPC, however, identified the downside risks to this outlook to include the possibility of low oil prices due to renewed investments in shale oil production and production, continuing monetary policy normalization by the United States Fed, which may result in strengthening of the United States dollars and consequent capital reversal from Nigeria and other emerging market economies. Also, the MPC believes that the inflation outlook does not appear benign, as the limit of the base effects driving the current moderation in prices may have been reached. The considerations of the committee. Notwithstanding the improved outlook for the economy, the committee weighed the implications of continuing global uncertainties arising from dwindling commitment to global cooperation, the strengthening of the United States dollars, and the unsteady commodity prices. Committee similarly evaluated other challenges confronting the domestic economy and the opportunities for achieving economic growth and price stability in 2017. The MPC was of the view that whereas the downward trend in inflation in April 2017 is a welcome development, the rate was still significantly above the policy reference band. Committee is particularly pleased with the gradual retreat in inflation, the relative stability in the Naira exchange rate across all segments of the foreign exchange market, and the improved prospects of foreign investment inflows. The committee also welcomes the passage of the 2017 budget and called on relevant authorities to ensure its judicious implementation, especially the capital budget, in line with the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan. It, however, noted the associated risks to banking system liquidity of the envisaged fiscal injections during the remainder of the year. Against this risk, committee contemplated the prospects of further tightening of monetary policy should the need arise. The MPC, however, noted that further tightening would widen the income gap, depress aggregate consumption, and adversely affect credit to the real sector of the economy. Nevertheless, against the backdrop of the rather unclear outlook around key economic activities, food production especially, and some optimism about current deceleration in inflation, as well as relative stability in the Naira exchange rate, the Monetary Policy Committee was reluctant to alter the current policy configuration in any fundamental manner. This is intended to allow the existing policies to fully achieve their intended goals and objectives. On the other hand, committee noted that the cost of capital interest rate in the economy remains high and not helpful to growth. The Monetary Policy Committee was, however, concerned that loosening will exacerbate inflationary pressures and worsen the gains so far achieved in the exchange rate of the naira. It was also convinced that loosening will further increase the negative real interest rate as the gap between the nominal interest rate and inflation widens. On the financial stability outlook, committee noted that in spite of the banking sector's resilience, the weak macroeconomic environment has continued to exert pressure on the banking system. The MPC urged the central bank, to intensify its surveillance in order to address emerging vulnerabilities. The committee also called on the deposit money banks to step up credit to the private sector to support economic recovery and convey a positive feedback to the financial system. Committee's decisions. In consideration of the challenges weighing down the domestic economy and the uncertainties in the global environment, the committee